Fellas, time flies, man. We're already here, man. Community Shield this weekend. Preseason is wraps, done and dusted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. I'm excited to do it all over again. You know, who knows? Maybe we can go back to back in the Champions League.
Oh my god. Okay. Whatever. Should we go off or not? Like, you know what? I'll allow it. I definitely think you guys will be favorites again. But
Obviously.
will you go repeat back to back? Oof. I don't. I don't think. I mean,
Are you calling a repeat right now?
No, 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 not yet, not yet. We still got time before those predictions. We still got time. I'm just
still
enjoying
got.
my little bit of showboating that I have left before, because once Community Shield starts, last season is last season, this season is this season. So I need to enjoy it.
I'll talk to Atletico Madrid, but I'm not gonna go into that. We don't need to.
What was that?
I said after the LE, I'll talk.
Yeah, it was preseason, bro. I don't really care about that.
I'm going
And
to
besides,
Right.
we were playing people, who are not going to be played during the season, and I'll leave it at that.
Haaland is not going to be playing.
No, I didn't say that. Whoa, whoa. He wasn't the one making. He wasn't the one making a mistake. But hold on, hold on. We'll get to that.
your first team started. What are you talking
But
about?
there is
He
no
wasn't. Again,
Your
again. Hold
entire
on, hold on,
first
hold on.
team started in that
Yes,
Chico
yes.
formation.
But when did they? But when did the scoring happen? When did we start conceding goals? After the first team got subbed off, and Jao Cancelo came on. So the only person from the first team that was actually making mistakes, his name is Laporte. Both of those two.
Yeah. Always make the port the scapegoat.
Scapegoat,
Did,
bro. You didn't watch the game.
It's
did
always.
the
If you're saying I'm scapegoating him, you didn't watch the
It
game.
wasn't just Laporte that made mistakes, though. Phil Foden,
The man was lively. He was lively.
lively
He was
doing
he was the
nothing,
most dangerous person
lively
in
running
the press.
around. But hey, it's.
did Cancelo get a Champions League trophy?
No,
Medal.
Why
no,
wouldn't he?
He
He
played
didn't
in
get
group stages. Should have gotten one.
Yeah,
no. He didn't get one. And he didn't deserve
He
one.
should have gotten one.
No.
should have got one.
No.
He should have gotten one.
Enough about Cancelo.
With an
In any case,
asterisk next to his name, though.
yeah, man. In any case, since we're here, and Community Shield is about to start, preseason's over. It's only right that we do preseason report cards. So, fellas, there's only one place we can start, considering you guys outnumber everybody else in the podcast. So, Chelsea FC, gentlemen, what grades are we giving them? And of course, let's make this closer to be like a midterm exam. The transfer window's not closed yet, so things still may be able to change between now and then. I know you guys are still trying to figure out the Lukaku situation. Word out in the street is y'all interested in a straight swap for Dusan Vlahovic, or I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce his name. Either way, the floor is yours. Whoever wants to start.
I will give us an. It's kind of hard. I'll give Chelsea a B plus
Okay.
preseason. Just in and of itself, I mean, we have a week until the season starts, but we still have 4 weeks of transfer window left to the end of the month. It's the first, so yeah, it's a solid B plus. Incomings have shown themselves to be valuable. Young boys showing up. Team is together. What was it? 3 wins and a draw. Preseason trophy. Poch has now equaled his trophy count in 6 years at Spurs.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
No.
it's true. It's
We're
facts. No,
Oh.
that it's facts. He won the Audi Cup, a preseason trophy with Spurs, and now he has won with summer series with
He
Chelsea.
didn't win an FA Cup.
no,
No.
He didn't,
no.
Damn.
He
he didn't
blew
win
in Premier League
anything.
Leicester City. He got blown out in the Champions League final.
I'm pretty sure we might have knocked them off in the League Cup final, but I don't really even remember it. But I remember those
Oh
two.
nah. that they fired Mourinho right before the final. That's why.
Oh
Yeah, that was
yeah.
that's
And then
it.
what
And they
wasn't it against you
lost,
guys?
and then they
Against Man
lost the cup. Like
Yeah.
I
it,
don't.
Spursy
I don't think we
behavior.
were in that final that year.
I
I
don't
think
know
it
who
was
they
Man
lost to.
City.
They
I,
lost to
I
somebody, but they didn't win that cup.
yeah.
Okay,
Tragic.
so you said B solid
B plus.
B
B
plus.
plus.
Okay.
Depending on how the window ends with, reinforcements going in, other players going out, it could potentially upgrade to straight A, like A minus plus A.
So you're including the signings, like pre how they perform in preseason and the signings. That's
I
what.
mean, that's what
Overall
I assume so. That's what I hope so.
performances,
I mean, a
yeah,
report card tends
everything.
to give you everything. Science, math,
No, I was
English.
just gonna like do how they perform, not talk about like the signings, the quality of signing. I was just gonna talk about how they perform on the pitch alone. But
Well,
Imagine.
I
So
mean,
Zach, what does
you
report card
can
mean
give
to you?
them, like break down the grades, with signings, performances, and everything else. But overall, definitely a B plus for me.
right, you're giving an overall grade, right?
Yep. Yep.
Zach, you had a lot to say.
No, I mean, I would say an overall grade, a C minus.
C minus.
Yes. Play as far as like preseason play. Oh, A has to be A. Because honestly, number one, I didn't expect the players to perform like this. Even Andrew's preseason, but even against like proven Premier League teams, like high pressure, high possessive teams like Brighton, Newcastle got a tough, like really tough to play with, really tough to play 90 minutes and sustain a lead or like, not lose your composure, for 1 second because these teams will pounce. We've seen that. How many games last season? 1 second of losing composure, boom, it's over.
Mhm.
But I was really surprised at the composure that the team showed throughout all of these games. There was never one time that I was like, "Yo, like, what's going on right now?" Like,
Even when we went
this is
down
a
1-0 to Brighton, like we replied within like 10
we
minutes.
replied like really quick, and it wasn't even like it's like even when we gave up the goals last season, you can already see people's heads going down. This season, it's like more like everybody's like talking, clapping. They're like talking with each other. They're like, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what AU. This is what's going on." And I like Enzo's attitude this season a lot better. I don't see him pouting as much on the field because that was I feel like just the fact that like the attitude of the team last season affected the play heavily.
I mean, when you had Kai Fraudhurts in front of you missing goals.
I mean, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the overall attitude of the team. I mean, nobody was scoring. If you said someone else was scoring, okay.
So
But
Yeah, but
performance,
Enzo was
so
provided. Enzo
so
was
performances,
provided,
you
so
give
you can
them an
understand
A.
why he's a bit upset. Is all I'm saying.
what I'm
He
saying
was
is,
provided.
no. I mean, like just because somebody is not doing something whatever, you don't have to pout. You can still play your game. You can still be a good player. I just thought I saw him pouting way too many times when he didn't really need to. But
That's
but
fair.
this season, it's clear that everybody likes each other a lot more. There's a lot better chemistry. Like there's a lot more camaraderie, especially between Modric and Jackson. Like there's like all kinds of chemistry all over the place. Ian Matson just fits in anywhere we put him. I mean, there's all kinds of good things to like about this team. Even regardless of that, the play and everything on the pitch. Pochettino, I was wrong about him, obviously. He's changed our identity,
Still
so
early.
give him that. But still, like I said, overall grade a C because I think we need one or two veterans to put us over the top. And until we do that, we'll just be. I feel like we have the potential to
So
be top four, but we probably won't because there'll be key moments in the season that we're going to need that veteran experience.
so if you rate performance in an A, what do you rate the like a letter grade for signings?
Like D, man, all you've been signing is 18-year-olds. I'm sorry. I mean, Kunku was signed. All right. I won't go as low as D because of Jackson. So we'll stick with C. We'll we'll
Yeah.
we'll stick with C. But Jackson's the only sure thing that I'm like, yo. Every other player, they're good, but the players that I would want to start were already at Chelsea. Does that make sense? Besides Nkunku, which was by the previous regime.
I
Is that
feel
what
By the
you.
way, by
I'm
the
saying?
way, calculating your breakdown of an A for performance and C for signings, that equates to a B overall. Just
Oh,
saying.
I said C overall, right? Oh, okay, yeah. B overall then. Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
over. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. So
yeah,
since
so
it's
we're on the
Yeah,
same grade. Yeah.
almost
not
almost
as egregious, not as egregious
as a C
as
minus.
you initially started, but to be
Yeah.
honest, you both. I think you both are being quite harsh. I think you both are being quite harsh. I think
Okay.
you're missing a key factor
Mm-hmm.
that because you guys handled this so well puts your minimum grade at a B. That's the minimum. You have to realize something. Going into this transfer window, your squad was 35 deep.
Oh, that's not,
35 deep.
well, you rate us high on getting rid of those
Deep.
players. I don't because that's what we do. Our players have been covered in
Well,
all.
like
Nah, bro,
yeah,
that's
like
not nah, nah.
so what? We should rate them higher because of the clear out.
That's what he's
Yes.
trying to do.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Well, I feel
Because that
like
was the first
I cannot give them props for rectifying their terrible mistakes.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you, my
it's
brother.
what they were supposed to do. They're doing what they're
Yes.
supposed to do right now.
while I understand where you're coming from on that, the reason why I am where that's a plus for me is because that was the first thing Pochettino said after being completely announced as Chelsea manager, and they started asking him what are some things that he wants to see. First, one of the first things out of his mouth was that he said, the size of the squad right now is a concern. I would like to see some outgoings to get the squad a little bit shorter. What
But
you guys have
even
shown what you guys have shown to me, the outsider looking in, with your last two managers, is y'all don't give a of what your manager wants sometimes. It's whatever the front office wants. So the fact that, you brought in Pochettino, you said you were gonna stand by him. You said that before. You said that about Potter. So much so you gave him 5 years. He barely lasted one. And here you are already
6 months.
walking the talk. So
Poetry,
for me,
like,
for
well, that's
me,
Look. Here's my rebuttal to that. Why I get your points. Like, first of all, uh, Pochettino can take no credit for this because it was any. It doesn't matter who the clear would have happened.
yeah.
So
fair point, I guess.
obviously we have too many players. Like we all know that. So
And the
first
players
thing he says,
wanted
it's
to.
kind of obvious to say.
Most of the players that are gone, they wanted out. Keep that in mind. They wanted to leave. So
True,
Amen.
true, and the payday elsewhere, and
exactly.
even and then also going on to your point about well, Pochettino himself, it still remains to be seen. Like this is just preseason.
Hmm.
It's just preseason. Let's see what happens against Liverpool at the bridge. And then like I love it. I love it so far. So far it's amazing. Like I agree with Zach too. We definitely need some experience in the squad. Caicedo. I know you don't like Caicedo, but I
No,
think
no,
he's the
no.
guy.
It's not. No, 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 no. I like Caicedo. I think it'd be a great fit for our team. Do I think if we get Caicedo, we're automatically top four? No.
I mean, nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. I'm just saying like
Why
Caicedo would
spend
be the
100 million
perfect
on him?
match for us right now. And what's another 100 mil
No, 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 no,
for
no,
the
no.
right for the right? Like, look. If you look at the signings we've been making, we've been signing all these young boys for 30, 20, 10. Caicedo makes
Want
sense
to
in the
sign
grand scheme of like
a
you
for
go out and you get that superstar at all costs.
He's not a superstar. That's where you're mistaken. He's
And
not
I guess that's where we disagree because
Well,
I feel like
superstar.
he would be massive
He's a
in our
superstar.
midfield, and that's
I think
what
You're
I
saying
think
he will.
I think
He will be a superstar
Wait, wait.
The second he steps onto that Stanford
You're saying
Bridge
he's
pitch.
Conte. That's what you're telling me.
I'm
That's what.
telling you, he can he. I'm telling you, he's next. He's
No,
next in line
no,
to
To
fill
be
that Conte
honest,
role.
to be
no,
I'm
honest, I
not
kind
telling
of
you he's
no.
Conte, but
He's not,
he's in
like he's
line
not
for that.
to
That's
his, to
what we're
his point.
signing him for.
He's not Conte, but in terms of having the Conte effect, I think I agree with him there.
no.
And
He would
just to close,
with our team, but he's not.
Conte is a generational player, but
Right.
Caicedo is like one of the best
He would.
CDMs in the
He
league,
would
like
fit.
hands down. The
Right. He
same way we signed Conte from Leicester, that's how we should. Honestly, times
nah.
have changed,
Conte
prices
was
have
champion.
changed.
He was a Premier League
Like I feel like the price we shouldn't blink twice about the price. We need to get it done. Season starts next week.
champion. Nah,
I agree.
disagree.
And just to close out, I didn't give my actual grade. I'm gonna give it a B plus. You guys signed Caicedo, it jumps to an A.
No, I
That's
mean, if we sign
If we
Caicedo,
sign Caicedo and
a C. If we sign Caicedo, our signs would definitely jump to
it,
a B plus.
if we sign
yeah,
Caicedo
that's
and
not, like I
maybe
said, yeah, I would
one
go from a
more
B to a B plus.
experience, I'll go to an A.
No,
If we
I
sign,
That's more like it.
yeah, if
Zach, you're
like
moving. I
B
can see you're
plus,
struggling so hard,
B
moving
plus to
from a
A.
B to a B plus.
Actually, let me downgrade it. I don't think
because
Caicedo will be the last piece we need. We still
what
need
I'm
another piece. So let me say A minus if we sign Caicedo
what I mean by experience is
because we still need a goalkeeper. A
has
goalkeeper would make it
he
A.
won anything? Has
I
he won
mean, y'all
anything?
trying to do a double, trying to pick up that Brighton goalkeeper too. Apparently, Robert Sanchez.
Is he good?
I mean, I don't know, but
Idea.
we'll leave Chelsea right there.
Yeah.
Next up, another team that has been quite lively in the transfer window, and let's just say they've had quite the surprises in preseason as well. Manchester United. They just finished up, or not just finished up, but I think he signed. He went in for medical today. Um, their new striker,
Haaland three.
Rasmus. Preseason
Well,
report card on Man U. What do you guys have for me?
performances F. They've lost
Damn, I agree.
3 in a row. No, I mean they drew their first. They won their first two, lost and drew. Was it a draw against Arsenal? No, they
No, they
beat
beat
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
They
Beat
beat
Arsenal.
Arsenal. They, they beat Arsenal.
Mhm.
But then they proceeded to lose against Wrexham and
Yep.
Madrid and Dortmund. Um,
I mean, the
so
Real Madrid
okay,
one
let,
was
let me
tough.
change it. Honestly, overall, it can't be more than a C minus. Let me just say that right there because like they haven't made any major signs apart from at goalkeeper, and I guess De Gea. Onana, he's better playing out from the back, but you still need the pieces in front of him to make it work. So it's like above that, Mason Mount. I still don't know how he's gonna work in that team. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a learning curve for whatever Man United look like starting the season. So I don't. It's definitely a C minus. They haven't signed anybody of major value apart from Onana, which is who we should have signed if we're being honest. We should have gotten Onana when we had the chance.
To be honest, I don't think. I, I think Onana would succeed in any team. I just don't like him at Chelsea because I don't think you guys have the right setup to really take advantage of his ball placement. You don't have height in your squad in your team to really take advantage like that. It's been to really just
I mean, we're not spamming long balls at our strikers, anyways. We're building up play from the back, which he's really good at.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't I don't see why. If anything, we need a shot stopper. That like, forget all the link up play, all that. He already has that in the back. We need somebody that who doesn't have tiny hands that the ball will go through and go into the back of the net from 45 yards because Kepa is a liability.
That's fair.
He's a
That's fair.
liability.
I would just follow up with a question. Like you just now changed it from ball placement to shot stopper. Now, my question to you is: would you say that's Andre Onana's claim to fame? For me, I feel
Well,
like it's his ball placement that got him to where he is.
well,
So,
I would say that his shot stopping is better than Kepa. and that's all I care about right
Okay,
now.
we can agree there.
Upgrade on Kepa. We need a truly world class goalkeeper. I know, no, he fits. He fits the description. Is he not a world class goalkeeper?
I definitely like his leadership. Definitely like his leadership because it seemed I don't care
And we
how many
need
times
more
I've
leaders
seen.
in the team. He would have been perfect.
Ah, that's facts. That's facts. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But while
But
I'm here,
we're talking about Man United here, though.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
I give them a C minus because
yeah.
no,
While I'm here, I'm gonna just go
yeah,
ahead. I'm
he
gonna give him
was.
a.
To touch on his leadership, he was crucified for his leadership, by the way, in the World Cup. When I was the only one on Onana's side. Remember when he left the
yes,
team after people
yeah.
didn't
You
listen
bring
to
up a
him and
great
do what
point.
he was telling them to do, and so he was like, "Okay, I'm out of here." Remember? Okay,
You make a great point.
okay.
Now here's the thing. I will say,
He's
looking
gonna
back,
hold. Basically, he's gonna hold everybody accountable, no matter who
yeah,
you are.
yeah.
Coach, director, CEO, athletic
We need
director.
that at Chelsea. We need that
He's
at
gonna
Chelsea. We
talk.
need. It's too late now. Let me not bring Chelsea into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for me, what I'll give Manchester United, I do like your grade of a C minus, but nah, bro, they're much worse. They're gonna have to get a D, a straight D,
Ooh.
like, and I'm gonna give them a straight D because they're mismanaging everything. I feel like so right. The
Are they
my
gonna sell
biggest
their club or not? That's
that's
another
number
thing.
one. That's number one. First off, that needs to get handled. The second thing that I have a big issue with, and I know the circumstances surrounding it is very touchy and whatnot, but as an outsider looking in, all I can look and see is that someone was accused of something.
Mm.
He went through due process,
Hmm.
and due process saw him to be
Not
innocent or charges were dropped, whatever the case may be. All I know is there's no punishment or jail time or anything that's going to this man's way. Right now, he's as he was before he got into the whole situation, a free man essentially. So, with that being the case, and they've come out today and said that his final they'll make a decision. I think they've made a decision. He's coming back to Man U. There's going to be they're planning on playing him again. There's going to be a press conference before the season opener, right? And I like that they finally came out with it, but I feel like why did you wait so long? The preseason is over. He didn't get to play. The preseason is supposed to be a place where the guy's supposed to be able to, train, ramp up, get prepared for the season. And that's just a normal person who's actually been playing. People who
I think
actually
it's all for show.
that's
They just
and
want
that's
him to get him out. To
and
sell.
that's and that's my thing. That's
And
my thing.
the
Like
thing is, it's like at Man U, they don't have any real. It don't seem like they have any real decision makers at the club. Like the ownership are just like
Are they
who
like?
is making them decisions from the
Wait,
top level?
maybe
Like, are they gonna let him go or not? I feel like that decision should have been made by
maybe
now.
they're
that's what
like the
that's what I'm
maybe
saying.
they kind of work like the you know how the Green Bay Packers work. They don't have an owner. They have like a board of like,
Board of directors.
yeah, and then they like. I think it's like it has to be a unanimous vote.
Because it's like when you start talking about, oh, this is how the women's team feel about a man who has been cleared of all charges. Oh, this is how the fans, like,
Mhm.
dude, just cut him loose at this point.
Let them go, man.
Like,
They had, and
yeah,
the thing is that well, I won't say pisses me off. I just strongly upsets me. We'll say is they had options. Like once the news came out that charges were dropped, everything, the guy's basically clear football wise. The loan offers were coming in. Offers were
Oh
coming in.
yeah, offers were shooting in.
Yo, and for whatever reason, they just let them all die, and I'm just like, for what purpose? So for
it doesn't
me,
make any sense. Like they're dragging their feet like everything else in the club.
that
It's
along
just
with everything else, their signings are every first off, what they pay for Rasmus. I'm
75.
glad they got a striker in because it was a position of need. But what they
Is
paid
he?
for him is nonsense.
Is
The
he?
Rams
We
with
thought
Haaland.
Arsenal was bad. We thought Arsenal and what they paid for Kai was bad. At least Kai scored Premier League goals.
And
My
actually, Kai has been scoring in preseason. Just to let you know, he has 3 goals in preseason. So it's not like it's not like he's Mason Mount over there. It's not like he's mounting.
But yeah, man,
So
for me, D minus. For me, not well. Actually, yeah, I've convinced myself to go D minus. Yeah, D minus,
D minus.
D minus, D minus, D minus, D minus.
Wait, but what about Hoyland? You don't think that's gonna improve their striking situation?
I mean, the bar was in hell.
Bro, I know nothing about this kid. Can anybody tell me anything about
Look,
this?
all you need to know is he's blonde and his name rhymes with Holland, and
So he says
that's all
that
you need to
he
know.
says his words, right? From
He's
his
a good talent. He's a good talent. But the thing
right.
is, he's
Rasmus,
young.
he says that his talents are kind of like Erling Haaland. I'm like, really? You're
Yeah,
telling
like
me
coming in with that
he
expectation,
scored
that's you're setting
45
yourself up
goals
to
in
fail.
50 games like he did in Dortmund? You're that guy. I
And
find
then
that hard to believe. We'll
you
see.
just leave it. All right, so Zach, before we move on, give us your grade real quick.
Oh yeah. Great for Man U. We'll go see. I mean,
Oh wow, you're so kind.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, all right. What did they need? They needed the hair gone. Boom, gone. Bring in Onana. Boom. What did they need? They needed a striker, talented striker. Okay, I mean, Haaland. I mean, he can play, right? I mean, he's not a bum, so I haven't seen him play. But 80 million tells me he should be able to score more goals than who was the guy that was playing there? Brookhorse.
Yeah.
Veghorst, yeah.
Veghorst, sorry.
He
Yeah.
ended last season with 16 goals and 7 assists in 42 games. So,
Hoyland?
Veghorst?
Holland,
Hoyland.
Hoyland, however you say it.
That's not
Okay.
bad,
Oh,
actually.
in all
No,
competitions.
I
In all
mean,
comps, that's
thing.
not bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
for
For a
Atalanta.
20
I
year
think it's better than anything that Martial has put out in all the times he's been at.
and Veghorst. Sorry. Like both of them together. I think it's better than both their numbers together, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said, they needed a keeper. They solved that issue. They needed a striker. They solved that issue. I mean, it looks like they may have found their next generational striker, which, if they have, then shouldn't our grade for them be like B plus A? That's where I'm giving them a C because it all
Mhm.
rests on Hoyland. You know?
The only people they've signed really is Mount Onana and Hoyland. Like, I
No,
mean, they upgraded in all three
because
positions.
they
So,
address needs is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because going into this offseason, or they say, "Oh, the hell, we've had enough. Get rid of him." They're like, "All right, fine, bye. Bring in Onana." And then they're like, "Oh, we need a striker. Who is Luckhorst? Get rid of Luckhorst." Okay, bring in a 20-year-old Rolls Royce. So, like,
They
to
spent
me, it
200
looks like a
million.
C, right? Like,
They
I
spent
mean, because at
it was
this point,
three
they
players, 200 million.
what?
Three players, 200 million.
damn.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying. Three players, 200 million. That's all I'm
C
saying.
minus, because you know how much I frown on the spending. We go C minus. But if you overspend for need, then it's not as bad, but it's still like
You said overspend for need. So there was two needs that they had, which was the goalkeeper and the striker.
Striker.
Okay. So explain
Right.
Mason Mount.
Mason
They,
Mount.
it seems like they saw an opportunity to get Mason Mount,
Yeah.
and they just say, "Oh, this our
Yeah.
guy. We must have him."
They don't need.
Manchester United just knew number 7.
Okay.
All
right.
Like, I don't get it. All right, yeah, you're absolutely right, Marcus. They're mismanaging this.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You guys are kind. D minus is what I have to give these boys. D minus. And
minus,
we'll
yeah.
leave we'll leave that. We'll leave that there.
I was checking their departure list to see if there were any additions by subtractions, but no.
No.
The only other player they signed is 52-year-old Johnny Evans on a
Crazy.
short-term deal. But
Crazy.
yeah,
52
But
years.
we'll leave it there.
it's not 52.
We'll continue the to give preseason reports to the rest of the Big Six on the next episodes as we get closer and closer to the seasons. But second thing coming up that we have to talk about is the Women's World Cup. Now, there's round of 16 ties already given matchups. And I just have a couple questions for you guys.
Please not
First
Sweden.
things first, any
Please not
surprises
Sweden.
here?
Please not Sweden. Any team but Sweden.
What?
Round
To
of
win it all.
any team but Sweden. Please not Sweden.
So here's the thing.
Oh God.
Who do you play next, actually? Nigeria versus England.
No, I'm talking about Nigeria. That's him. I'm talking about USA.
We're-
USA.
Oh, USA. Okay.
Nah.
Please not. Please not.
Who do they play?
Nah. Oh, nah. USA is still undecided, but Nigeria are going up against.
It's winners of Group G, so they can play. They can play either
It's
Argentina or
England.
Sweden.
We're
Okay.
playing England.
Bro, have you seen, bro?
It's decided.
Did you see the Sweden versus Italy game? Their center back almost
Did
scored a
you?
hat trick. Their center back almost scored a hat trick from corner.
Listen, man. Why must you bring
Two
up?
goals from corner.
Why must you bring up?
Just 4
things
goals in
that-
the tournament.
Why must you bring up things that I? Did you have to bring up that performance? That particular performance. You have to bring up that particular performance. Sweden has been performing the entire tournament, but is the one against Haiti that you had to bring up as an example.
Sorry.
No, just tell me. I understand. You know, Manchester City. It's my fault. Manchester City has had a lot of success, so I've done a lot to you guys this season.
No.
So
That
it's
one
okay. Take your lashes. That's fine.
No. That one. That one was against Italy.
You said Italy?
Yeah, it was against Italy.
Oh, okay.
Italy, they small.
I
No,
take it back.
Italy, y'all would have handled Sweden better. Italy, they small,
Okay.
and they were scared, bro. It was sad to watch.
Like you said 80. I was like, what?
No. Y'all would have gone down fighting. Sweden won
Nah,
like
man.
5-0. It was sad. Yeah, like Italy does not belong in this tournament.
But yo,
Damn
hold
shame.
on. Question for you guys. Did you guys expect Japan?
Bro,
I definitely did not expect to wake up to
I
that
expected
scoreline.
them to be good because the history of Japan is they're good in World Cups.
Did you guys watch
They
that
won a
game?
World Cup.
But this, I didn't expect this.
Did you watch that game?
No. I saw
When
I saw the what they did to Spain. It was a mess.
Yeah, that's the game I'm talking about. Yeah, bro.
It was a mess.
Yo.
Spain left back number 7 for Japan. Oh my god.
Jesus.
It was so
Spain,
big.
I mean, Japan
Whatever
actually on the
left back
war
is for
path.
Spain. She was chasing the entire game. And
Japan's one of the best offensive teams in the
They
tournament.
scored
They've been
11
scoring.
goals with no reply.
yeah,
They're top scorers.
Scary. They're scary. And the
Well-
scariest thing about their goals against Spain, they were all counterattacks.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of their goals were counters.
Now, another team that I'm very surprised about is Nigeria, because now I knew they were resilient. What I'm very surprised about is how prolific they are in front of goal.
Oh yeah,
They take their chances. I wasn't expecting that. You know, if Haiti got a couple of them,
I
to
mean,
come over and
to
inject some of that
to
into
counter-
their blood.
yeah, the Haitians scored 0 goals, which is kind of
Yeah,
sad and unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
they were
Nigerians, we won. We advanced based on the goals in one game because we scored 3 and 1 and drew the other 2 0-0. So we're gonna have to have our shooting boots again for England, which is probably one of the toughest draws we could have gotten outside of like Sweden and USA. So
what was
me
that team?
personally, I
To be
think
honest,
it's
I
gonna
quite
be
like
an
your
upset.
chances. I
Yeah,
quite like your
I
chances.
think-
England
I think-
hasn't really been. England, much like the U.S., hasn't really been all that powerful. They haven't really laid
No,
anybody.
no. They won all 3 of their games. They won all 3 of their games. Come on.
No, that's what I'm saying. But listen to me now. Whereas the U.S. have just been playing like England,
True.
who have they played?
Well, but
Like,
the thing is, though,
have they really been challenged? Is my question.
England actually
It's arguable. Hold on. Let me finish my point. All I was going to say is just arguable that the Super Eagles am I right? Super
Yeah.
Eagles, yes. Super
Falcons.
Falcons. Jesus. The Nigerian women are probably the best team England is going to be going up against in the tournament so far. Can we at least agree there?
I mean, England
Probably.
did go up against Denmark.
I think Nigeria play has been better than Denmark in this tournament, but that might just be me.
But then again, they also had China and Haiti in that group. So
I
yeah,
was. I wasn't. Didn't Nigeria tie? Didn't you tie like Ireland,
we
Northern
we
Ireland?
we, we drew 0-0 against
That game left me. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
think England's.
Ireland
let me
can
see,
defend. Ireland can defend though.
Bro, did you
Most of
see?
those
Canada,
games,
Canada and
no,
Ireland. Yeah.
You see how small those Ireland girls were? They were like four.
it's always the small ones. They're the feistiest.
This is an Ireland girl. That game should have ended 4-0. Do you
Listen,
understand? They were
listen,
Ireland, they were hanging on by their teeth. And,
listen, man. They're
and
tough.
okay.
They defend tough.
The Irish are tough. I have seen Peaky Blinders, so I will give you that. But
So if like compared to the England defense,
Mhm.
do you think like if they show up with the same performance, because like Ireland might be tough on defense, but they don't have
okay, it's
like
gonna
the
be
other
different
stuff.
though.
The
I'll
other.
actually give you guys a better chance. But I will say this though. Um, if England is smart, they'll just take a page out of Ireland's book and make you guys play slow. Because
Mm.
Nigeria is most deadly. Why? They have fast strikers. Nobody
We
wants to
have
run.
we have like the fastest woman in the world.
So
She's won
they're gonna
5 straight
slow the
Ballon
game down.
d'Ors. Like
Yeah,
I
they're
just
gonna.
figured this out. She plays for
Hey, here's the
Barcelona.
thing though.
She's literally the best.
Here's
Yeah,
the
they're
thing
gonna
though.
slow the
Here's the
game
thing
down.
though. England
Not
women
Ballon
like to
d'Ors,
push.
like straight African player of the year, woman of the year.
Here's the thing though. England women like to push forward. You got Lauren James playing at the
Yeah.
height of her powers right now.
Jeez.
That will be where we're
God
gonna hit them
forbid.
with. We're
God
gonna have to
forbid.
sit deep and hit on the counter, and I think
Bro,
that's how
Yes.
we're gonna beat
That's
them.
why. That's why I
exactly.
said I
But that's what
actually
I'm
give
saying.
them a chance because
God forbid Lauren James sends off a killer pass that her team can't one of her teammates can't handle and it mismanages the touch. That counterattack from Nigeria will be swift and deadly. I'm telling
I
you.
I think if we
then
go
Lauren
into
James
this
comes up
game
with
with the
a crazy
mindset
ball
that we're
and
just as good as England, will beat them. We'll beat them because like we really have one job: defend,
All right.
frustrate them, send it up to Oshiala on the wing. She will cook Lauren James with her speed, and like she'll cook anybody on that pitch with her
Lauren James
speed.
is an attacking midfielder. She's not
Shit,
gonna.
shit.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hear James. I
So
hear James.
final
I know she's
question.
on the. She's over there somewhere defending.
Final question. Final question. We're just gonna go around for the round of 16 ties that have been given, which is just two. Let us know. Actually, no, there's a couple more. So the ones that have been given, I'm gonna just run them off. Let us know your prediction. All right. First off, Switzerland, Spain.
Oh,
Um,
I
I'll say
guess
Switzerland.
I go Spain.
Yeah, I think Spain's gonna wake up finally. Japan, Norway.
Ooh, Japan.
Japan,
Nippon. Yep, Japan it is. England, Nigeria.
England.
Nigeria, 1,000%.
Niger. I'm sorry, England. They're not the women aren't taking it home
It's
either.
it's not going home.
It's not going home.
No, it's not going home, but England will beat y'all. Unfortunately, they'll be sad.
And last but not least, Australia and Denmark.
Oh, Australia.
The Aussies.
Yeah,
I mean,
easy.
yeah,
Bro,
they're at home.
you see
They
what
got
they
it.
did without what's her name with her name on the bench?
Oh, that wasn't a question. I was agreeing with you.
Oh my god! Sorry, I don't want to go into. Yeah, those Aussie women are nice. They're
All right.
Yeah.
And that takes us to the end of yet another great episode. Thank you, as always, for listening in up until this point. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.